motivation to end the confusion that I'm feeling, to show me what is it that gives life meaning. Tell me, do you see it too? The numbers. Tell me, do you see what I see? Yeah. Tell me, do you see it too? The numbers. Tell me, do you see what I see? Yeah. Stop. Listen. Do you see the numbers too? Take heed. Tell me, do you see it too?
Hey everybody, back with the Monday morning decode of the Masonic media. Of course, today is June 1st, so pinch punch and all that jazz. Caught this story yesterday, of course. Stormzy saying that he's quit smoking marijuana and opening up about his mental health struggles. He's put an end to something, right? I know end equals 14. And of course, before we begin, as I usually say, if you're new here, what we do is basically show you how ritualistically scheduled and rolled out the given reality is to you every single day via understanding, understanding the simple code, practice, script that runs within the practice of Gematria, which of course is the practice of coding numbers into words and phrases. It truly is the spell that gets cast via those understanding, understanding simple realm dynamics in the word of God, as we've come to realize in this part of the community. So you got the 14 minutes past 12. Again, end equals 14. Also, this story did begin on the 30th of May, which we'll get to in a sec, because it's on the 31st here, right? But it's two articles. We've got the Metro and I think the Sun. Again, using the alphabet order forward and backwards. Of course, A is 1, Z is 26. Flip the alphabet order around. Z becomes 1, A becomes 26. And then, of course, bringing the rules of numerology. Bringing double digits down to a single digit forward and backwards. So anyway, where was we? End is quit marijuana. It's for an end to something. End equals 14. Again, that's why they've got the 14 minutes past 12. Of course, how this all chains along is very important as well. So let's see what we have on the next slide. Bear with me. Quits 31. I know I said it came out on the 30th as well, as we'll get to. But interestingly, quits equals 31. As I say, the news about this was going over the 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Currently 26 years old, born the 26th of July. Now notice 57 days to Stormzy's birthday. 57. Why is that important? Because of course, quits smoking equals 57. Also, without it checked, it would be 56. Quit smoking, 56. But as I say, it did begin on the 30th, so we'll get to that in a second, so bear with me. What we got here? 1 month, 3 weeks, 5 days. Why is that interesting? Numerology 56 there as well. Quit smoking. But anyway, I'm sure he goes by the name because his name's longer than that when you look him up, as we just saw a moment ago. Excuse me. Storms. Yeah, so as you can see there, but I'm sure like when you look him up, or when they may mention him, it's just Michael Amari Jr., if I'm correct. But anyway, 1 month, 3 weeks, 5 days from the 31st to his birthday. His name equals 135. Stormzy 136. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. So again, the timing of these things that is put in front of us all bears relevance and meaning, you know, method to the madness, if you may. So talking about mental health, so quit smoking, 61. Mental health, 61. Of course, I know it's a different... For those new, I'm just saying this quickly. As I was prepping this, it came into my mind, thinking of, you know, for anybody new stumbling into this video. But just understand the mind schism at hand and how they have control of the people's mind's eye, you know? So again, we had the crazy stuff going on with the toilet paper recently since coronavirus going on, and now look at this, toilet paper 61, obey equals 61, mental health 61 as we just saw, but no, the 56 to 61, 137 and 160, just like mind control, full house, 56, 61, 137 and 160. Of course, the reason for the single reduction there is because, of course, the 19th letter, bringing it down once, 19. S is the 19th letter, bringing it down to 10. 1 and 9 is 10. But anyway, not that there's an S there, but just in case you're looking and thinking, but there's 5. I don't know, we usually say the 4 base ciphers, but I understand that is the 4 base ciphers there, right there. Regardless, that's showing you 5, if you catch my drift. Now, we've got the time of 26 minutes past the hour. On this one, this is from the Mirror. I think I said it might have been the Sun, but no, it's Metro and the Mirror. With the media outlets for the decoding right now. So, Stormzy just stopped puffing on the green stuff in a bid to improve his mental health. The Vossi Bop rapper has previously been criticised for glamorizing marijuana, but the former party animal, 26, claimed to have broken the bad habit. He said, if you've got mental health problems, stop smoking weed, it's not good for your mental health. Well, each to their own. I can give many examples of why, each to your own. But anyway. Weed 37, Stormzy equals 37, down there, just there in the middle, underneath quit smoking. Stormzy 37, Weed 37. This year he's got a life lesson on his birthday of 37 as well. And there it is. Of course, talking about smoking weed, smoke weed 37 and 46, like Stormzy 37 and 46. Saying that he suffered with mental health problems for the past few years. When I used to feel depressed, I would lock myself away and smoke weed, and I would just get worse and worse and worse. It does not help your situation, it will fuck you up. Let's say the real mindfuck and mental health issues are those that like to play God over us via governing our mental. Of course, that's what government means, right? Governing your mental. Governing of the mind. And it's like, wow. I mean, it just shows how controlled all these outlets are. Like nobody's talking really about, you know, or not really, but nobody is talking about no root causes with all the obviousness. Clearly, this is all controlled, you know, outlets in the media. Been proven a bazillion times over. Unbelievable. Been shown on this channel how many times? Fucking hell. Almost reached 1,000 subscribers. Get in there. Not that I'm here for subs or to upload. I wish I didn't even have to be uploading, but obviously there's a calling, right? Especially where it's so obvious with what's going on. And now we can see the dynamics and the mechanics of what's going on. You know, it's just... So anyway, goes on to say last year Stormzy was causing some controversy when he appeared at a gathering with friends with one pow that appeared to have a sachet of weed with drug paraphernalia in it. Blah 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 blah. And of course the top paragraph, exercising and boxing and stuff. And sorry, I skipped the first paragraph, my bad, but anyway. Let's just get back to the numbers. So, 1 month, 3 weeks, and 6 days. This is from the 30th now, right? Because that article with the mirror is from the 31st. I mean, from the 30th. Excuse me. So we've got the 1 month, 3 weeks, 6 days. The 57 days. Give me one moment. Oh, of course. Pretty self-explanatory if you're even just paying even any remote attention. I mean, what do I even have to add on to that? Fuck all, right? Right, so this was all out in the open, however you may say it, via the media on the 30th of May. Of course, that's 5-3, right? May 30th. Of course, Stormzy equals 53. Now, they mentioned the song Vossy Bop came out April 25th last year, 2019. Imagine. Remember the Stormzy 136? We had that as well with his birthday from this date going to his birthday. And now we've got 13 months and 6 days. Oh my goodness. What was that? Did the other one go again? What was it? Yeah, 1 month, 3 weeks, 6 days. See? Stormzy equals 136. Now we've got 13 months and 6 days from the release of Vossy Bop that they've just mentioned in the article to, I mean, from the article going back to the release of the song. I'll say it that way. Interesting as well as next album, Heavy is the Head. Obviously to do with like the crown on your head, King Crown. His last album released with a 41 life lesson number. King, if you write that out, equals 41. Of course, if you've been following the corona stuff, then you know what I'm saying. Anyway, right? So also a span of 401 days. And of course, 1 year, 1 month, 5 days. Of course, Masonic 115. April 25th is the 115th day of the year. Go figure. If it's not enough already, like 36 days in the same year from April 26th to the 30th of May. 36 days, Stormzy 36, I'm sure it was. Was Stormzy 36 as well? No, it wasn't. It was his name. His actual name was 151 and we had the 36. But I think we just had something else that chained on from that. Oh my god, what did I see? Oh yeah, the day. 151st day of the year. May 30th. That's why. From his name equaling 131. And now we've got the 36 days. And the 36 prime is 151. You see? You know? Alright, as I say, you know, it solidifies itself because this is what they do. This is how it works. This is how it's orchestrated. This is how the system's set up. And not only that, when you understand realm dynamics to set your cells and amplify stuff around you for what you're trying to do, you know. And if you think it's all hocus pocus, as I always say, or usually say, or sometimes say, I should say, how did you get here? Was that not magic? Exactly. You know, fucking hell. Sun and the moon suspended via the magnetism of the torus field. Like, if that shit ain't incredible shit, I don't know what is. Like, you'll sit there and watch your Harry Potters and all this other stuff. Do you know what I mean? And understand how the people need to break free of the oppression and work some spells or whatever the case may be, but pertaining to, you know what I mean? The actuality of our reality. And again, they just taunt us with all this stuff, and then they just, you know, coronavirus, lockdown, sly ups with this whole situation with, what's his face? George Floyd. Couldn't think there for a sec. But hey, imagine, Vossi Bop equals 36. I mean, if it wasn't enough, just look at this. Oh yes. You see? How long has this been going? 16 minutes, right. May cut this one short to make sure it saves. So here's his other album. I was just looking at it, wasn't expecting much. Can't remember if it even found that much. It released last year, 2019, 13th of September, Heavy as the Head. Now the 53rd prime, remember, 5/30, May 30th, 53, 53rd prime, 241. Here we have 24 weeks and 1 day from the release of that album to this stuff going on in the news. Yeah, I'm gonna make this separate because I don't want to lose what I just did. So I'll catch you guys on the next one immediately straight after anyway. So instant continuation.